Yo, what's going on, boys? Hey, I want to appreciate each one of you who wished me luck during this Air Force interview that I went through. And I think it went really well. And I let the rest be in God's hands. Okay, so when you bring Him along in your journey and you've done the best you can, He can work through that and then He can create the rest of the circumstances for whatever destiny you have. And so there's a lot of confidence in that. And so I'm excited to see what we got going on. We should know something in a few days. But yeah, I want to talk about vision. Okay, as guys, as we're trying to become a better version of ourselves, top 1%, what do we need to do? We need to have a lot of vision for every part of our life. I'm talking about what's the vision for your wife? What's the vision for your kids? How are you going to train your kids to become the best versions they can be and stay out of the culture mindset of, oh, I have to be the best to have status, to level up, to compare myself? Like, how are you going to stop your kids from thinking that way? How are you going to have a wife that thinks the same as you? Guys, don't believe this nonsense that opposites attract. That's a bunch of nonsense. The reason it works so well with my brother and I is because we literally think the same. So if you can find somebody who thinks the same as you in a lot of aspects, maybe not everything, but most things, in values and everything else, then you're going to be doing just fine. So that's something I would say. What is your vision? Write that down. Do you even want to have kids? You don't just hop into a relationship just because, she's just great and there's no other options for you or something. You got to analyze some things first. Similarly, what is your vision for your house? Okay, we built this thing, I designed it. I wanted the hardwood floors, this color. I wanted black, I wanted white. And that's a theme throughout the whole house, including the outside. And so once you have that vision and you've written it down, now you can start implementing action. Okay, whether that means you start finding a realtor, a builder. I was fortunate enough that we knew the builder. He was one of our friends. And it all came together just so great. And if you're trying to go to something and your gut is telling you that you probably shouldn't, for example, I thought maybe I could go join the airlines. This is something I thought about a long time ago. Oh yeah, I'll go join the airlines by putting myself in $100,000 debt, going through the program of getting all my hours, and then going that way. And it just doesn't feel right. And so when something doesn't feel right, maybe that's the wrong path. You pray about it, think about it, analyze everything, and maybe that's the wrong vision. So what is the vision for you, for your life? Are you still wondering what you need to do when you grow up? I know a lot of guys are thinking that. And if you're working your 9-to-5s like me and you don't enjoy it, write down what you enjoy. What is your skill set? Because guys, I'm telling you, each person, every single one of us have our own skill sets. We are individuals for a reason. There's not another you walking around. And so what is your skills? Maybe that's helping people in the medical field. Maybe you should do that, right? Maybe that's HR. Sometimes the things that we're the most scared of is what we need to do the most. I used to be so scared of public speaking, and now I feel like I'm doing it a lot, and that's kind of interesting. My brother is scared of medical stuff, going and doing a bunch of medical stuff now. Open heart surgery type, helping out and all this crazy stuff. So maybe something you're scared about is something that's going to be your vision. That's just something you need to figure out and then write down. Because once you're carrying around your paper, oh, here's my vision, people will start laughing at you and be like, oh, that's funny. I said I was going to build that car in there, and I did. We were going to build this house, and we did it. I was going to do this Air Force test and then push forward to be a pilot there. We're working on it. So when you don't have a vision, though, you're going to perish and you're going to die off because now you're getting blown around by the sea. Oh, well, maybe this looks right. Well, maybe that looks right. And that's not necessarily going to be the best for you. God has a plan to prosper you, not to harm you. But you got to do things the right way and think about stuff. We have a brain for a reason. Analyze each move. It's like chess. If you're going to win the game, you have to be strategic about it. If I do this, what will happen here? It's called foresight, what you can see ahead of time. And so I guess the virtue that we're talking about is a little bit of foresight, but it also would be vision. Just what do you want with your life? And I think a lot of times when I first started self-development, I didn't really know. you know, and you start to learn yourself to become a better person. The gym definitely is a catalyst for that because you're working all aspects, your physical, your mental. A lot of it is men's therapy, honestly. So it's a great outlet for this. And moving on from that. So that's my encouragement for you guys is, what is your vision? Write it down. I'm talking all areas. How many kids do you want? How many houses do you want to rent out? Like, do you want to overload yourself with a lot of work, you know, and have like 10 rental homes? Like, what is your passion? What are you good at? Your skills, write those down, and then find something you like doing, you know? And we should all have hobbies, you know, it shouldn't just be video games. Okay, I love video games, okay? I love all kinds of, you know, simulators and playing around and all kinds of fun stuff. But, you know, even then, you got to manage your time efficiently as well. And so I know it's hard to go back to school when you're working and stuff like that. So you can consider maybe you go in and, you know, you take out a loan and you just nail it all up in once. Maybe you're working for a company that will pay for your program. Take advantage of it. You know, you may not like the company you're in right now, but management changes, you know, and go ahead and utilize everything you can from them, especially if they're going to pay for some sort of schooling that you were interested in, and move forward. As long as you're making one step forward, then you know you're headed in the right direction. The moment you're just kind of stopped at a light or you start going backwards, you know you're probably in trouble. So just keep pushing that forward and you're going to be just fine, okay? So that's just kind of what I have to say here today. So in a world full of fakeness and deception, keep dominating your realities, and I'll see you in the next video.